Now we've closed the northeast of Brazil. Now let's start the northern region of our country. For our colleagues from other countries, and we'll call so I'll call Hélio to make the presentation of the state of Acre.
Boa tarde, eu sou o enfermeiro Hélio, coordenador do Centro de Referência.
I'm Hélio from the Reference Center of the state of Acre's HMB. The state of Acre has 2 collection points, a reference center, and we're going to make our presentation in the form of a video.
Eu comecei a doar leite no dia que eu saí da maternidade, eu vim aqui no posto. Aí já conheci a Marnis já me orientou. E eu já fui para casa assim toda feliz que eu ia poder ajudar outras crianças que precisam, né? E já comecei a tirar leite naquela noite mesmo. Aí dali não parou.
A doação de leite materno, ela é um ato de amor. Mais do que nutrir, você vai estar contribuindo para melhorar a qualidade de vida dessa criança. Então, o leite materno, ele traz vida, ele é o nutriente perfeito que aquele bebê precisa. Então, seja qualquer que for a quantidade, esse ato é um ato de doar amor. Então, você multiplica o amor que você está dando. E o melhor de tudo, né? O leite materno, ao contrário de vários outros nutrientes ou recursos da natureza, quanto mais você oferece, quanto mais você dá, mais ele é produzido.
Eu tive Covid há 15 dias, fiquei na UTI durante 6 dias e hoje eu tô aqui com meu filhotinho no colo. Ele teve que nascer prematuro, nasceu de 34 semanas, ele ficou 10 dias na UTI, tá? E hoje eu venho aqui dar esse depoimento para vocês para mostrar que você pode sim vencer o Covid, você pode sim amamentar depois de ter tido Covid. O meu bebê fez todos os testes e ele não teve a doença. Depois que eu saí da UTI, eu fiquei vindo no banco de leite, tirar leite para poder mandar para ele, porque ele estava na sonda. E hoje ele já saiu da sonda e ele está somente na dieta de peito, tá?
We're going to call Dacileide Alves Dias to make the presentation of the state of Amapá.
toda a rede brasileira de banco de leite.
Hello, good morning to all the Brazilian network for human milk banks and all countries that are participating in this event. I imagine all of you are hearing. I'm Dacileide. I'm the coordinator here in Amapá. This is our Mark Zero. It's a touristic point, and we're the only state of Brazil that is cut by the equator. We're very north of Brazil. We're neighbors of the Pará. This is our team in the HMB. It's also a reference center. We're 42 professionals, medium, technical or superior or higher education. Here's from the hospital in São Camilo Santana, next to it, and also a private hospital in the capital. And the lesson that we learned, that independently of the problem, is that we were able to overcome, to show the potential to overcome. Yes, we had difficulties, but with the pandemic that brought changes in our professional and personal lives, we value more the basic principles of biosecurity for the team and for society, how much our processes are valuable to the safety of all of innovation. We have used the videos to send information to donors. And like I said, a lot of mothers were reluctant to donate due to contact with the team. With online registry, videos, we feel safer, our teams feel safer. And we also put one more municipality in our house collection. We're now dealing with 3 municipalities, so it increased our production. And what else do we need to do? To add more partners, more places to talk about our services, our conquests, not only our needs, but also what we manage as regards our partner, not only those in the health area. Let's diversify. For example, this year, we managed one with the Commerce Federation. It's been a marvelous cooperation, construction of other collection points, and we're discussing this project for another municipality and more support to women who are breastfeeding. And thanks to this partnership with the Federation of Commerce, we saw how to increase this in our state. Here on this left side with the youth secretary, which has been a great partner, be it in getting pots for donation, but also more donors. And there was a YouTube with 1,900 people watching. It was a super live in YouTube. Some partners in some points of collection, state assembling, shoppings, TVs, embrace this cause. So there's always a report. We have a lot of mothers who want to donate. And I would like to thank you for this space here to be able to give a little bit of publicity to our work here in Amapá, be it climate, transport of materials. But yes, we are overcoming all. And I would like to thank for the sharing of information of this network, because this brings hope to us. I see that in other cities are being able to do so. This sharing is very important. It gives us a lot of push to go forward. So thank you very much for the nice sharing of the work of everyone, and have a good event. I'm going to call Hamile Amut, who will make a presentation for the state of Amazonas. It's a pleasure to be here in this event where we commemorate this week of milk donation, and I'm here representing, as responsible for health of kids, the 3 milk banks of the state. We have Tânia, we have Elizabeth, which is our coordinator, and we have Ana Hilda. We were all together commemorating this marvelous day. And now we have in our state, we have now 23 of these HMBs, 3 collection centers, and we're going to present you a video of this work that we've been developing these years.
Eu sou Joana Dark, mãe do Joaquim.
My name is Joana Dark. I'm the mother of Joaquim. I'm a first-time mother. And one of the best sensations that motherhood brought me is that I can feed my kid and to his future development. But beyond that, the donation that we're doing of the milk that I'm producing and that he is not able to consume with the pandemic, coronavirus pandemic, the human milk bank stocks have been reduced, and many premature babies need these, and that we donate them and that we can save lives. So the main lesson is, besides donating milk, it's not only solidarity and donation, but of a gesture of saving lives in such a hard time. Lives which might never know which were saved, but it's important to know that we're doing our part, that each drop is important in this moment. What is the main innovation to overcome this situation? Hello, it's a pleasure to be here representing the Amazon, and our innovations were done in an effective way in our state. We created a commission that there would be no lack of human milk during the pandemic. We had incentives in promoting breastfeeding, so there was no lack of milk for our premature babies. We did this with presentations, organizations, and a methodology. Also done during the week for Milk Donation Week, we would launch a proposal for a law for the donation of milk. It's an incentive that we have to society, that they promote this important day for breastfeeding and human milk donation. What else can we do? Hi, my name is Elizabeth Hartman. I'm a nurse. I'm from the coordination for the reference center in the Amazonas state, where we have 2 more milk banks in the state. So what can we do more in this moment of pandemic?
Em parcerias com as secretarias estaduais.
Intensify our actions together with our municipal and state secretariats, besides private companies, universities, social networks, and others, and reinforcing inputs, human resources to the milk banks.
Obrigada, Ramile, pela sua apresentação do estado de Amazonas.
Thank you, Ramile, for the state of Amazonas. We want to call Wanda Marvão to make her presentation.
Boa tarde. Então, eu sou Wanda Marvão, né?
Good afternoon. I'm here from Pará State, and I'd like to talk about my satisfaction in being participating this. And I'd like to say that this network is very important to overcome difficulties. So one of the lessons, and also to learn what we can do more, and that we should always, and how to reinforce this network, including, we will be showing our video here, talking about our milk banks here in the state of Pará, of strengthening and getting closer together with these networks of HMBs. Let's see our video now. Human milk donation, lessons learned during the COVID-19 pandemic. What can we do more? I'm a nutritionist here in the HMB in the state of Pará, and we had to re-signify security and hygiene for patients to more complex orientations to get donations, improve our policies to deal better, and more related to the dangers. So HMB, Hospital Santo Antônio, Bragança, Pará. In the National Day of Human Milk Donation of human milk, what we learned during the pandemic. What can we do more? In our case, in our local reality, we suggested and we intend to make closer ties to our mothers who are donors. Good morning, my name is Sabrina. I'm a nurse technician here in the state of Pará. We are here to talk a little bit about the Milk Donation Week. What are the difficulties that we're having? Every time someone donates externally, so that she can donate that milk with safety, which is the most important, and not fearful of contracting COVID. We have presentations, webinars, so that they continue to donate. And we do this jointly in terms of help. Our babies need this, that human milk is life, and how important it is to donate milk to life. And we wish that they continue to donate so that we can deal with more and more babies. Hi, I'm Miss Marvão. I'm coordinating the HMB in Santa Casa here in Belém City. And during the pandemic, we should always promote, protect, and support, and to incentivize breastfeeding, milk donation, and that they can send their milk from their homes if they're at home and they cannot come to our center, and that we should always cultivate partnerships and amplify other partnerships. We're doing a partnership with the judicial area. They have a good projects there, and to use social media very much, way more than before. This is in the municipality of Marabá in the state of Pará, or HMB, that brings the lessons learned from the pandemic: resilience, strategy, discipline, and hope. And with the strategy to reach more donors, more people who are breastfeeding, we had to ally ourselves to the social media and to help those users.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation representing the state of Pará. And now we would like to call Edilene Macedo, and she's going to give the presentation for the state of Rondônia. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here sharing with you this first day of the International Forum, and to say that I'm very moved at this moment. And we we are able to see the work, the stronger work of our network, what they have been doing, to learn with one another, to learn with everybody, and going through this moment that we're going through. So now I'm going to share my presentation with you. Just a minute. Trying to answer the questions, the guiding questions that were given to us so that we could give a presentation. So what were the lessons learned during the pandemic? Well, first of all, I got an image here, and when we thought about a meeting, about the milk bank and the collection point and other partnerships. So what did we learn with the pandemic? First of all, something that we learned was how to deconstruct ourselves from everything that we thought was the only possible ways of carrying out the activities, the actions to make the milk bank happen, all of the breastfeeding actions. And so the pandemic taught us how to deconstruct ourselves. So we need to deconstruct ourselves. And because our reality used to be face-to-face events, to be together with one another, to carry out activities with many, many moms and partners and people. And the pandemic came and showed to us that this was impossible to do it, to do things that way, to be present, giving interviews face to face. So first we needed to deconstruct ourselves so that we could reconstruct ourselves. And so, yes, we can do the work, we can do the same activities, or we can have more activities. We can try to find new ways of constructing our actions. And in order to do that, we can use technologies, we can use platforms, we can create lives, webinars, that there are ways of reaching people and other professionals, to reach our population, to reach the moms, the women, well, all of the people that are together with us along this path to carry out the activities. And yes, there are other ways of doing the work. And we have been seeing this in all of the HMBs in Brazil. And so other ways of disseminating and advertising the work we do. We can reconstruct ourselves. We can give new meaning to everything. Can you please change your slides to the presentation mode? Oh, yes, that's perfect. I'm sorry for interrupting you. And so it was a moment that we also thought about how to strengthen ourselves. The union makes all the difference when we are facing adversities. So how many partners we had, they were important, they held us together, they supported us. And here we have the partnerships, several partnerships. At a moment that we were facing difficulties to have masks, to have bottles, to have caps to give to our partners, and great partners shared all of these PPEs with us and all of the equipment we needed. Partnerships are extremely important, and we can see this during all the presentation. What was the main innovation so that you could overcome the difficulties? So we were trying to find innovations, and partnerships were and will always continue being something important for us. And so when we are, wow, struggling, and then we can get in touch with our partners and receive all the necessary support so that we can continue doing the work that we do. The creation of videos, advertising and dissemination videos. This video that was created by the Nursing Association, the guidelines so that moms could continue breastfeeding. And we were able to distribute this video to all of our state on the social media available, sharing the correct information with the moms so that they could continue breastfeeding. The partnerships, here we have the State Secretariat of Health, the base hospital where we have the HMB, and also the online registration of milk donors. And this was very important because the donors had difficulties. They were afraid. They were afraid to go to the HMB to register themselves and to donate milk because of the pandemic. Yeah. And so the registration of donors online was very important. They didn't need to go to the HMB in person. And so we shared the links with all of the donors. And then we, after they registered, we went to their homes to collect the milk. And this was essential so that we could maintain our stocks at a great level. And also social media. Yeah, using social media. This is a fantastic tool. And we could show the work that we do. We could advertise the work that we do. We were always on social media so that people could always remember us. So social media has been essential for us. And what else can we do? There's always something that we can do. We can always improve. It's always impossible to improve, increase the level of dissemination, talk about the HMBs, the difficulties we are facing, how important it is for them to support us. So this is always important. And increasing the advertising is always important. The partnerships, strengthening our partnerships. And what do I mean by that? To be able to work during the events, but also every single day of the year with our partners. And as a contribution to the network in the state of Rondônia, to expand the HMB network in the state of Rondônia, we have implemented the HMB in the city Ouro Preto do Oeste. Okay, we have increased the distribution of human milk in the countryside of the state. Okay, we have activated the human milk committee and also the HMBs in the state of Rondônia. And so we are now almost activating the committee, and we are going to launch a podcast. We're going to discuss breastfeeding,
Da amamentação, da doação de leite.
And we're going to try to use social media so that we can increase the breastfeeding awareness and also all the work that the HMB does. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. Now, at this moment, I would like to invite Silvia Renata, and she's going to give her presentation about the state of Roraima. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great joy and with great satisfaction that we're going to share our HMB with you. Our HMB is the single one in the state to meet the demands of our only maternity, and it's the only place that we have a neonatal ICU. But we are also here responsible for meeting the demands along our borders. Many foreigners, they come here to ask for our help. And so our greatest donor is a mom from Guyana. And so 30% of our babies, they come from other countries, from Venezuela, from Guyana. And so even though geographically speaking, we are far away, but our greatest donor is from Guyana. Okay, I have a video. Enéas, can you please play my video? I always wanted to be a firefighter to save lives. And I'm very proud of my work and what I do. We work helping the HMB in Boa Vista, Roraima. What was the lesson learned with the pandemic? We learned the importance and how to reinforce the care that we need when donating. And we learned how to value our firefighters that go to the donors' homes to collect milk. So we learned how to survive and live with this situation. We learned how to use more technology, more social media, to get in touch with people online, people who are far away at their homes. And we wanted to bring them closer to us via social media, by using social media. What was the main innovation? With the pandemic, we started using more and more technologies. We started using WhatsApp among donors. We also started using a link so that the donors could register themselves. After the pandemic, we adopted more and more safety and security procedures. Before the PPEs, we started using liquid alcohol, masks, gloves. We were vaccinated as well. And so our vaccination was a priority for the government because we were getting in touch with the donors. I believe that when we become mothers, we start understanding all the other mothers. So the feeling of solidarity, let's put it this way, thinking about the mothers that for some reason were not able to breastfeed their children and that I could help somehow. That was wonderful because, as we know, breastfeeding has many benefits. It's extremely beneficial. And so this feeling of solidarity with the moms who were unable to breastfeed their babies. And because of that, I decided to donate my milk. And so the collection of human milk here done by our HMB is very, very important because many newborn babies, they have problems when it comes to breastfeeding on their own moms or other problems. So this milk collection is very important so that even we can even save the lives of newborn babies. My baby, João, was born a premature baby after only 6 months. He was in the hospital for over 2 months and he needed the HMB to be fed. So while I couldn't breastfeed my baby, they took care of my baby with lots and lots of love. So as soon as my milk production increased, I also became a donor. My gratitude was huge. And so I wanted to bless other mothers as I was blessed. And I'm never going to forget how we were well treated and taken care of at that delicate moment in our lives. What else can we do? We can work with more publicity and advertising. We can work more on social media. We can work with more partners. Well, finally, we can work better with our partners, with campaigns, with dissemination of information. Beautiful presentation, Silvia Renata. Thank you so much for your presentation. I miss visiting Roraima. At this moment, I would like to call Valkyria Souza. She's going to give her presentation regarding the state of Tocantins. Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all who are watching and attending this event. It's a great pleasure to be here representing the state of Tocantins and the state Human Milk Bank Network. So we have 2 collection points and 2 HMBs. And we're going to show a video to you what this pandemic taught to us and brought to us and how we have overcome the pandemic problems. So we have been helping the breastfeeding team in Gurupi, a city in the state of Tocantins. Okay, so this is still the Gurupi HMB and our team and a mom. This is the staff from the collection point in the city of Paraíso. Oh, we had a car many cars together in the city raising awareness about the importance of donating human milk, guidance on how to breastfeed in the city of Paraíso, capacity building courses on how to prevent certain diseases, little presents for the donors, okay? The donation of milk brings hope to the mothers who really need this human milk. And I would like to thank all of the mothers that donate milk. My baby, my daughter needed human milk. And I'm here to thank all of you. Thank you very much. Donating human milk is like doubling hope to people. It's like donating love. The regional hospital of Paraíso supports this. Human milk is life. Donating milk is very important. Your donation is going to bring hope to us. And so the 19th of May is the Human Milk Donation Day. This year, at the collection point, we are going to celebrate its 4-month anniversary. And I would like to invite you to be a part of this network. Donating milk is an act of love, and it can save lives. And so the hospital in Araguaína supports the donation of human milk, okay? Even during the pandemic, we are here strong and resilient, and we're continuing to do our work. After all, human milk means life. During this pandemic, we learned that we must continue donating milk. We have learned and discovered that we can go way farther if we continue contacting our donors online, offering support and consultations online, and making them trust our processes. And so during the pandemic, taught us that the stronger we are internally, the stronger our work will be. When we had the pandemic, we in the collection point here in the Tia Dede Hospital, we continued our work during the pandemic because human milk is essential to save babies and to help moms who cannot breastfeed. And we are doing all the work we have to do with all of the safety, all of the security necessary, using all of the PPEs, and the donation of milk is essential. And so donating human milk, besides being an act of love, it's also important for the babies to grow, develop, become healthier. So become a donor and help us.
Hi, my name is Renata. For 2 months, I've been a milk donor here, and I'm very happy to be able to help other mothers.